Okay, let's go through my current swing trades and my trades from Friday. Let's see. SKU was very close getting stopped out on Friday, but it held up, and if it takes out this 50-day, it could have a multi-dollar bounce, or actually a multi-dollar breakout from this bottom range. I say chart didn't do anything on Friday, and I didn't do anything with it. Tesla kind of came back a little bit, which I'm not too happy about, but I'm using this break-even area as my stop. CNX, I did cover 1/10 of my swing position on this spike here, but it just faded back, so I kept the rest of it. I think it can go back to its low 14s, high 13s, SPX unrelated. This one broke out on Thursday, but I missed it since it broke out the last like 5 or 10 minutes. If you look at the chart, it looks great, and if you remember this thing from 2013, this thing can make huge moves. And this one actually made a big move after the Trump victory. A big move, more than doubled. AFI slowly fading back from my buy here, 21 or so. Gonna use this 21 or so as my stop. Just didn't have the follow through I hoped for. EMES. Now, all oil stocks were down on Friday, and this one opened down too, or it actually opened up and it just sold off hard until midday, where it found support on this moving average on 60-minute chart, grinded up the rest of the day. So it's pretty big sign of strength on an extended stock like this. It's up like 35% from the base, which makes me think it may have a shot to go up to 20, unless the oil stocks keep going down. Then it will probably break down too. LGCY, another oil stock. I bought it on Thursday. 260 average, so I'm down about 3 cents on it. I raised my stop here. Probably gonna use this very low 250s as my stop, moving it up from this mid 240s. Had big volume on Thursday, but again, oil stocks were strong. Very weak on Friday, so no follow through. But again, just you can just keep putting in higher lows for a while and then break out, or maybe not. So we'll see. VNR had it for a while now. Did sell some near the open when I saw it being as weak as it was. So I have half left. Gonna use this 93 cents, Friday's lows as my stop for the rest. Now, Vale is a metal stock. Like, I'm already short CNX. So Vale, if you can break down this 1055, you can risk maybe 10-15 cents to get potentially a 50-cent or maybe even a dollar fade if you're willing to swing it, like I am willing to. So it's good risk reward, but they're all gonna break out or break down the same time. The CNX, Vale, NAK all trade pretty much together. GLBS, nothing here, nothing here. This one update 4 days in a row. Monday will be day 5. It was up 52 cents on Monday. I think if this thing pushed to high 70s, sevens or even low 8s, this thing could very easily have a 50-70 cent intraday retracement, and it has pretty good volume. So 20, 30, 40,000 shares intraday shouldn't be a problem. And if it closes weak, one can also maybe swing it. But yeah, I really hope this thing has followed through the upside. Pulm was my main loser. Let's look at my PNL from Friday. So these are my swings in this account. So this is not my real average. This is actually a Thursday's closing price. So all these trades are either break even or green. In reality, EMS is in my Interactive Brokers account, and this is Gu is in another account. And these were the trades I did on Friday. So Pulm was my main loser. Was up, Friday was day 3. So usually day 3 is when I get very interested in shorting something, especially this is just kind of a low-priced, shitty stock, just momentum kind of a, there's really no fundamental reason for it to run. So I was shorting it throughout the day on Pop, so I think I had 22,000 shares, low 3 average. I did add some here in the 290s, which ruined my average a little bit. But it kept holding support. It held this 290 area, or 288, or whatever it is, and just rallied back, just put in a big green candle. So I covered like a third here at 3, another third 307, 308, and then my last third here at 350. And because if you are short a low-priced, low-float momentum stock, you probably don't want to be short a candle like this late in the day. And yeah, as you can see, this thing actually went to 390 in after hours. So I'm hoping for a big follow through on Monday. 455 or something would be nice. And then I'll be looking for intraday setup short. So these are just on all of these, I'm basically looking for range expansion on volume. I get breakouts on volume. These are charts I think are good and or have some kind of a catalyst. Now this could be a sympathy trade to this Pulm. It's the same thing, just a momentum move on this flagpole, on some fluff news. I think it went up the same day as Pulm. Let's see, the 17th January, and this one was the 18th of January. So yeah, almost. This will be oil and gas name. Another oil and gas name. This one looks really, really good, even though the volume is pretty, a little bit too low for me. But this flag looks so good. Higher lows all the weights. And this has a range here at 365. I'll probably sheet a little bit there in the low 350s and then add in the mid 360s if there's good volume. But yeah, very, very good looking flag. Twilio looks like it's bottoming a little bit. If it can regain this 50-day moving average on volume, could have a decent run before earnings, which is I think in 2 or 3 weeks. Another oil and gas name. This one is not ready yet. This one, nothing here. This one looks good. Getting tight. High lows all the way. Right now it's just riding the 50-day moving average. Another bottom kind of a flag. Very, very thin stock, but this thing has room to run. Had a big bounce here in November. Just mostly flag patterns that I think are pretty good. Some of them have good earnings also, like this GNC. Very good earnings. And Netflix is something I'm looking for a position trade to hold until the next earnings basically. I'll probably sheet a little bit on Monday, just buy half size right out of the gate, and then maybe add to this mid 143s when it takes out these earnings day highs. This thing has good earnings, and they're growing very, very fast, expanding into a lot of countries. A lot of original content coming out. Has some debt issues. They've been piling up, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem yet. This thing will very well go to 200 or something if it really gets going. So yeah, maybe risk $4 or $5 to make, well, more than that. Just let time tell. Nothing here yet. This one just broke out on from bottom, kind of a flag, was very tight going into this breakout, and then had a range expansion of volume. But I think this one has too much overhead resistance. I don't know. I can very easily go to 150 though, but I just passed on it. Another one I'm just looking at. This one had a huge run, just resting on the 20-day moving average now, putting in some kind of a flag potentially. Not super excited about it since they're selling. They have a lot of warrants and stuff. But on a good intraday setup and on good volume, there may be a trade here. Okay, gonna set an alert. Now Dries is one I'm very interested in for Monday. Now last week, this is Monday last week, or actually this week, depending on when you are watching this video. But it's down 75% in 5 days. And it's down 5 days in a row. This thing will have a green day eventually. Even though they're selling paper like there's no tomorrow, there will be a green day eventually. And I want to be there. Just if one can find a setup where you can risk, I don't know, 10, 15 cents intraday. This thing can very easily bounce 50 cents, maybe even $1 or something. I mean, it's at $2 right now. I mean, a bounce back to, let's say, Wednesday highs, or even Thursday highs would be that which is $4. A bounce back to Thursday highs, that's 100%. And this is now if you can't make a living off percentages, but just this thing has potential. When it bounces, this thing can bounce. Even though they're selling paper like there's no tomorrow, like GBS and during this, I think it was last week or this week. Now this was obviously much lower priced of a stock, but this is a similar scenario. Toxic finance, it's just selling and selling and selling and selling, but this thing actually had 1,000% bounce. Now you couldn't really buy a huge dollar position here, but even though they're selling, they can bounce, especially when they're down many days in a row. And yeah, Dries is probably gonna be my main watch for Monday, and that's it. Thank you for listening.